This is a podcast about understanding counseling and how it works in everyday life. In this episode, we'll explore how people adjust themselves in conversations without realizing it and why that adjustment can quietly become exhausting. Most people don't consciously decide to change how they show up in conversation, it happens automatically. You soften your tone, you're choosing different words, you hold something back, you move the conversation along even when you haven't said what you wanted to say. None of this feels dramatic. It often feels like being polite, considerate, or sensible. The adjustment is subtle enough that it goes unnoticed in the moment. Over time, though, these small shifts do add up. You might notice that with certain people, you become quieter. With others, you explain more. In some conversations, you stay alert, watching for reactions. In others, you relax and speak freely. These differences are not random, they reflect how safe or demanding the interaction feels. This adjustment often happens before words are spoken. You already have a sense of how the conversation will go, you anticipate what will be welcome and what won't. You prepare to steer things away from tension or confusion. That preparation is work. What makes this tiring is not the conversation itself, but the ongoing monitoring. You are managing how you come across while also tracking the other person. The effort sits in the background, which makes it harder to recognize. Many people only notice this when the adjustment stops, when they're alone, when a conversation is cancelled, when they don't have to manage themselves for a while. Relief becomes a signal. Adjustment also tends to become one sided. In some relationships, one person does most of the adapting. They keep things smooth. They prevent misunderstandings. They take responsibility for how the interaction feels. Over time, this can feel draining, even when there is care on both sides. This doesn't mean adjustment is bad, it's part of social life. The issue is when it becomes constant and unnoticed. When someone is always the one bending, softening, or holding things together, the cost builds quietly. Counseling often brings this pattern into focus because it offers a space where less adjustment is required. When people don't have to manage another person's reactions in the same way, the contrast becomes clear. They realize how much effort they usually expend. That awareness can be surprising. People often describe feeling more tired than they expected after everyday interactions and calmer than expected in a setting where adjustments are reduced. Noticing adjustment doesn't mean removing it entirely. It means becoming aware of when it's happening and what it's costing. Awareness creates choice. Without it, patterns repeat automatically. Understanding this helps reframe exhaustion and reluctance. It's not about disliking people or avoiding connection. It's about how much of yourself you're reshaping to stay connected. In the next episode, we'll explore how these patterns influence what people say and don't say in conversations, and how unspoken things continue to carry weight even when nothing is outwardly wrong. This episode focused on one specific element, helping bringing it into focus. We'll pause here and carry this forward in the next episode.